and you know, it occurred to me that not everybody knows how to fillet fish, and this is a skill that every woman who fishes should know how to do. So today we went out and we got ourselves some sunfish. So we're gonna fillet these up, and I'm gonna show you how I was taught and how I do sunfish. All right, guys, what you need for this is you need to have a roll of paper towels and a bowl to put your fillets in, and your fish, of course, a cutting board that's bigger than the fish that you're filleting, and I prefer a Danco, or actually my favorite is the old-fashioned Rapala wood-handled fillet knives. We like something that's pretty flexible. I usually like them a little more flexible than this one, but well, this is what I've got. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna lay the fish on the cutting board, and you're gonna flip the little side fin over, and you're gonna use your knife with it angled towards the head at about less than a 45-degree area, and you're gonna cut down. So you're gonna see that that's gonna cut right behind the gill plate. It's very hard right there. So then you're gonna use just the very tip of the knife, and you're just gonna kind of slide it down the back, staying on this side of the fillet. So the fin is here. You just wanna kind of run that knife across there, and when you'll feel your tip going as you get closer, the tip of your knife hitting the Y bones or the pin bones. And as soon as you feel that there's no more pin bones that you're hitting, you're gonna wanna just push through, and you're gonna wanna make sure that that tip of the knife comes out just above the anal fin there. And then you're gonna slide that knife riding along the edge of the backbone all the way to the end and pull your knife out. So then you're gonna take your knife and you're gonna put it back. Try to show you guys this without cutting my fingers off. And you're gonna just kind of go along, you hear that? You're gonna go along the side of the Y bones, or some people call them the pin bones. And then you're gonna feel with your knife, the very tip of your knife, along those pin bones. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll kind of pull it up like this. And a lot of people will cut through the ribs. That's not how I was taught. So I just ride along the edge of them like this, because then you get a boneless fillet. And at one point you'll be able to just pull, and you pull a little bit, and you'll be on the other side of the Y bone. And then you are gonna have this boneless fillet. So there's not a lot of meat a lot of times on the belly of these fish. When you're catching a bunch of little ones, you wanna keep as much of the fish that you can. So I just will ride along the side of the belly, being sure not to poke a hole through this little area right here. And you're gonna just go like this until you reach the bottom, and then you pull it off. So you have this nice little fillet. We're gonna switch around and do the other side quick, and then I'll show you how to get it off of the skin. So we're gonna keep that knife at kind of an angle, and then we're gonna slide just the tip along the dorsal fin, and you'll feel that Y bone, and then when you quit feeling it, you slide it right through. Now, I know there's a lot faster ways to do this, but this is how I was taught, so this is how I still do it. And I will tell you, if you're in the fish cleaning shack with all of the guys that been out fishing, and you're the one sitting there, I usually drink a beer, and I'll start chatting with the guys. Most of those guys will tell you everything, because you're a girl. They'll tell you where they've been fishing, they'll tell you what the fish have been biting on, and I will tell you, ladies, it's worth it. Especially if they're older, because they want to help us too. So, and then you just pull that right off, like this. And I usually will keep decent plastic bags. Up here, we're in Wisconsin, we have Menards. Menards bags are the best. Throw those in there. All right, so now we've got this nice little fillet, and you're gonna hold on with your fingernails to the edge of it. And you're gonna stick the knife down till you hit the skin, and then turn it. And you're gonna keep that flat across the fillet to remove the fillet from the skin. Now, one pro tip that I know is that when I'm doing that, I will keep the handle off the edge of the cutting board, because then you get a much flatter thing. There is no meat left on this. And this is a nice fillet you've got. A lot of times you might miss a bone in here, so you can feel for things. If it's freshwater fish, you can use your lake water or just regular water to rinse your fillets. If you're filleting saltwater fish, only use saltwater, seawater, or a brine that you make of saltwater to do it, because it can change the complete texture of the fish. So I'm gonna fillet up some more of these, and we'll show you what we got when we're done. right, guys, I'm back at the cabin and I have finished filleting all the fish. So we ended up having 14 sunfish of various sizes. And so we have this bowl of water. And so you can look through this, and I usually will go through and I'll rinse them probably 2 or 3 times. And then I'll feel each fillet just to make sure I don't have any bones in there, because, you know, nobody wants to have a bite of bones. Anyways, so I'll do that, and then I will end up rinsing them. And here's another pro tip. If you have no place to toss the fish guts, I'm telling you, a lot of people say put them in your garden, but they stink so bad. The pro tip is to put them in the Walmart bag or the Menards bag and freeze them. And then next garbage day, throw them in the garbage when it goes out, and then you don't have to worry about it. So I am looking awful hot and sticky, but it's probably the last time in Wisconsin that I'm gonna be able to feel like this. So I'm enjoying every moment. When you do your fillet like this, if you're gonna put it in a freezer bag, like a gallon-sized freezer bag, make sure you add some water to it to eliminate the amount of freezer burn. I prefer to use a food saver and vacuum seal everything, so then it lasts for a long time. All right, guys, now that I have finished vacuum sealing my fish, make sure you put the date on it, because you're gonna wanna know when you find it buried at the bottom of a chest freezer, you know, who knows when. I've never done that, of course. But the last thing, when you're done cleaning all the fish and everything is cleaned up, all the scales are cleaned off the counter and everything like that, is your hands are gonna stink like fish, right? So that's why I made this spray. It's called Nonsense. It is all natural, water-based. It's got some essential oils in it that make it completely neutralize the smell of fish. So you just spray it on your hands, rub them together, and let them breathe. It works. It's called Nonsense. I don't know if I can make it. There we go. So go to truefishinggear.com, and it's in the gear section, and it actually completely removes fish smell. So get out there, go practice filleting your fish and get better, because you know what, I'm telling you, it's kind of nice when you are empowered to do your own cleaning of fish. I've done it since I was a little girl. So go out there and get cleaning. I hope this has been very helpful for you guys, and you know what? The more you do it, the better you'll get. Sometimes you'll get little fillets with like nothing on them, and other times they're gonna be big meaty ones. This works pretty much the same for most panfish in freshwater. Northerns, totally different deal. But everything else you can pretty much do this way, and a lot of saltwater stuff is not this great. So look forward to helping you guys more. Talk to you soon.